Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Yeah, I hoped for a little bit of movement, but I didn't really expect a lot of movement today. So we know that, yeah, I highlighted already that it's going to be a slow Saturday as it usually is the case. So not sure how many people are tuning in here to this video, but no change to the previous video. I mean, all we need to do now, all we need to do is just to wait for this correction to finish. And it is really, really annoying. And it is to a degree fascinating to see how many people are starting to get bearish again. It is always funny because after such a long sideways correction, I mean, this correction has now taken overall, since 22nd of June maybe. But bear in mind, before that, we had this very long correction already, which started basically in April and took into June basically. So we've had a very, very long ranging price movement with a little bit of a dip here, with a little bit of a spike here, but overall we've just been moving sideways for months and months and months, and people are just getting bearish. And that's fine, we have to expect potentially that a support level breaks. We might even break below 1700. It will invalidate this upside setup. However, as long as we're holding it, we are focused on higher. It's very clear, prefer to be sort of to live in the present and to trade in the present, to analyze in the present, and only to analyze what we see. And that allows us to remain very flexible, to change our opinion quickly should the market need us to, not to hang on to bearish forecasts. I mean, there are people on Twitter who are still talking about a 10k Bitcoin right now. Okay, and Bitcoin is basically around 30k, right? Just below that now, of course, but it was already above 30k. I mean, these people have just not realized how important it is to be focused on the trend, because yes, while a 10k Bitcoin can happen, these people have missed out on all the rallies and all the profits that could have been made over recent months. Okay, so even though it can still happen, it is much more useful, in my opinion, to just focus on the present, focus on the trend we can see now, instead of trying to focus on any phantoms for the future, just trying to chase any bearish phantoms that might be sitting somewhere, right? Because what happens if it doesn't go down? Then you bet everything on those lower prices and it's not going to work. But instead, what my approach is, we prefer to stay in the present. If the trend changes, we can adjust very, very quickly, because there's usually an alternative wave count. We know exactly when the trend is shifting, which would in this case be below the $1,700 level. Okay, what happens then? Then we most likely drop into the next support area. Okay, so that's very simple. Then we can drop into the area here, which is still relevant basically in the alternative wave count, but we are far away from that, so there's no need to really focus on it too much. At the moment, it looks like we are just coming down in a very, very slow way, and it's really time to finish it. It takes ages. It's super boring. It's brutally boring. But as I explained previously, that's exactly how crypto moves. It will bore a lot of people out. Then it will move with as few people as possible on the train. And everybody will be surprised, okay, because people switch off when it's getting boring. But that's how crypto moves. You have these quick rallies, and then you have these very long corrections when everybody starts to switch off, gets bored. I've had it in some of the comments where people said, okay, I've had enough, it's getting boring. I'm going to switch off. I need a break and everything. And that's exactly what the market wants. It wants to rally in a third wave with as few people as possible. The problem is that this next rally can take us very quickly to 2.5 to 3K, which is a big move, especially when we talk about Ethereum, and it can be very quick. But all we need is the patience to sit out this correction, which, to be honest, should finish soon. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's been taking a while already, but we're looking here at this as an ABC structure. It looks like we are maybe like 50% through, maybe 60%. The idea is that we're in the C wave. In the C wave, we have a 5-wave move. I'm already counting a wave 1, a wave 2. The third wave could still be in the making right now. No point in going even more micro on the micro counting, because what many people don't understand, the more micro you go, the less accurate you actually get. You need to start in the bigger time frame, work your way down, look at what are the relevant support levels. There's no benefit in labeling a small wave 1, 2 here. It doesn't make any sense. It's pointless. And you get less accurate because you forget about the bigger picture. And especially in diagonal structures, there's no point labeling any more detailed wave counts, because it doesn't reveal any more. You don't get any more knowledge, okay? There's no point. So yeah, we are still looking here at a potential C wave down in wave 3, which seems to be morphing into something different potentially. You always need to be ready for the wave count to morph in a diagonal structure to the downside. Just sideways action basically at the moment. It looks like a mini inverse head and shoulders here, but yeah, no change at the moment. So I need to indicate or confirm that a lasting low has been made in the yellow support area. We need a 5-wave move up, followed by a 3-wave move down. I don't have that at this stage. The downside structure looks fairly incomplete. I would like to get a drop to 1830 to finish it off, maybe even a little bit lower. Yeah, so 1830 to 1780 is sort of my ideal target, and I would like to see either one more low or 2 more lows, so something like that, deeper into the yellow support area. But bear in mind, we've already reached the area. I already started to scale in. I never scale in with the entire capital I have for one position on the way down. No, I only use a certain percentage of that, and then we'll use the other percentage, the other aspect I've had, I have planned for this position. I use that when we have the confirmed reversal. So that's the best mixture, in my opinion, of or between getting a good entry price, a low average price, and managing risk in terms of not risking too much on the way down, because you never know if the support area is holding, right? So the idea is to get a position, but then wait for the confirmation to scale up with a very tight stop. So at the moment, no change. So we just need to wait for this correction to finish. I know it is boring. I know it is. But if you switch off now, you could miss the big move that is due to happen. I mean, don't forget, these times of low volatility, they don't last forever. And you don't want to have switched. You don't want to have switched off, right? When it happens. So at the moment, no change. You know, we see a little bit of upside here today, but really it's overall just sideways action. So it's boring sideways action. Even if we rally a little bit higher, it wouldn't change anything until we break above 1906. Then we can talk about potentially something more bullish. And in the end, we just wait for this to finish, or just get a signal that is finally starting to move. Bear in mind, even though we're waiting short term, that price could go a little lower. We're basically ready for a turnaround at any point, but it's not primarily what I'm looking for just yet. So eventually what we expect is that this yellow support area is the jump off point for a 3rd wave rally to the upside. Okay, that's my update about ETH. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.